In this video, I wanted to give you a brief overview of Google Slides. Now, I assume most of you have used some sort of presentation program before, so this is just going to be a quick overview and just talk about some of the unique features that Google Slides offers that other presentation programs don't. So to get started, of course, you got your basic interface. Here on the left-hand side of the screen, you have your slide layout. Down here in the bottom, you have your speaker notes, and of course, you have your main canvas here that's going to show what's going to be on your slide. Now, of course, to add slides, you're going to press the plus button. It's going to allow you to add new slides. And of course, the arrow next to it will allow you to change the slide layout. So this allows you to add things like title and body, section headers, title only, title in 2 columns. You also have the options for adding in text boxes, which is handy if you want to add a text to a specific slide. And here's a little trick that you can actually take a text box and add it to a picture. So you can annotate the picture. So I can add text box here. And of course, I'll change that font color so you can see it. Here we go. So I can add a text box. And then I could save this as an image if I'd like. So I can go to File and then choose Download As. Say that as a JPEG, and now I've got my own picture. So this is an opportunity for you to go in and actually annotate photos. Just a quick way to annotate photos. So if you find a picture online, for example, like different parts of a plant, and you want to actually add text in to identify each one of those parts, bring that image into Google Slides, add your text boxes, and then save it back out as a picture. And that way you can show it to your students. You can share it on your Google Classroom or any of your content management systems, or add it back to the slide if you'd like. You have other options here as well. You can insert images. One thing that I want to mention though is when you insert an image, please make sure that the image does not have a watermark. Let me show you what I'm talking about when we talk about images. So for example, if I go to images.google.com and I type in, say, technology, you can run across an image with a watermark. So let's say technology watermark. And this is an example of what a watermark looks like. So this is a watermark, and what this does is it's light text on top of the image. Whenever you're giving a presentation or making presentation tools for your classroom, don't include these images with watermarks on them. Also, while we're here within Google Images, if you go into the Tools feature, this gives you the ability to search by usage rights. So if you're going to republish this or redistribute it, you have the option of going through and filtering your results so that you can use material for redistribution. But you also have the ability to go in and choose type and size. So if you're giving a presentation, you want to use large images because, again, it's going to be presented on a big screen. The bigger the image, you want the image to be more clear. If you're going to be using images for, say, a class website or something along those lines where you're posting images online, you probably want to use medium because, again, the smaller the image, the faster the web page opens up and it doesn't have to download a bunch of information. You can also go in and choose color, and you also have the option for transparent. Now what this means is that it's going to make the background transparent. So if you have a colored background like this one here, and I want an image that goes in and does not have a white background, I can find, using my transparent tool, I can say, let's click on this guy right here. And actually, that wouldn't be a good one. Let's choose this one. So let's click here. And you can see this little checker box right here means that this is transparent. So this is not transparent, and this is transparent. I'm going to choose View Image. And I'm just going to copy, and then I'm going to insert the image here. So insert by URL. And select, and there we go. See, so some of it was transparent, other parts were not. Going back to that same image search, if I go back here, I can find some others. See, this one's completely transparent, and so is this one, and so is this one. So if I want to go in and view that image, copy, go back in, insert an image. There you go. So that's a nice little tool to know about because, again, that way you refine your search just to find images that have the transparent backgrounds. Again, makes your presentations look a lot more clean. Of course, you can also search by specific colors or types too. So you can just search for faces or photos, etc. There's all kinds of options there that you can choose from. So again, don't forget about looking at the tools options within Google Search, because it gives you a lot more redefined tools that you can use here. All right, so going back into Google Slides, so we've got your image there. You can also add shapes, and these are good for just kind of adding a bit of flair to your presentation. You also have the ability to add videos into your presentation as well. So if I go into Insert, I can choose Video. And what this is going to do, it's going to give me an opportunity to search a YouTube, or I can bring it in directly from a URL. So let's say it's not on YouTube, it's on a corporate website or something like that. I can go directly to the URL, or I can also link to my Google Drive account, which allows me to bring in videos that I have saved within Google Drive. So that brings in your Google videos, or just videos and videos period. You also have other options here. Of course, you have word art, lines, shapes, animations. These are just effects that happen on the slide. So, for example, right now I have no transition, but you have the basic transitions that you're used to, but then you also have animations. So, for example, if I select that, I can choose to have that object fade in or fly in or spin or zoom or whatever with an on-click command. And then I can press play, and there you go. You can see there's the animation there if you want to add those types of effects. You can also publish your presentation out to the world. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. So if I go to, when I want to publish this, I'm going to go to File and choose Download As. I can download it as a PowerPoint or any other type of PDF program or JPEG, which we've talked about before. But you can also publish it to the web, and this is important because you can actually generate a link so other people can view it by the link, or you can embed the presentation. And what this does is allows you to place this within, say, like a Google Sites or a web page where people can actually watch your presentation within the web page. They don't have to download anything. They don't have to go to any specific links. This is super handy if you want to make a photo slideshow for your students or for an activity or for an event. When they go to your site, they'll be able to see this as a presentation and be able to watch the photos transition. Again, you can set it up so the slide automatically advances every 3 seconds. So again, this is just a nice little publishing feature here that you can actually publish directly to the web, which is kind of neat. Just think of some other things here that would be really helpful for you. One of the cool features that's built into Google Slides that separates it from, say, other presentation programs that are out there is the ability to actually have presenter view. Now, what presenter view is this allows you to have, of course, one screen that shows you what your upcoming slide is and how long you've been talking, but you also have the ability within Google Slides to have what they call audience tools. Now, what audience tools will do, so I've selected audience tools there, and I choose Start New. What this does is it generates a web link, and participants in your audience will go to this web link, and when they go to the web link, they can actually pose questions. Let me just show you what that looks like. So I can ask a question here. And I can submit that, and then people can vote up or vote down the most important questions. So this is a running channel that goes on in the back of your presentation that people can ask questions. So if you're giving a long, lengthy presentation and students want to ask questions, they can actually pose it right here. So this is perfect for large events or venues when you've got several hundred students or several a lot of people, maybe a district type of meeting or something like that, where you've got a lot of individuals, but you don't want to take the time of having to answer each individual question. People can pose their questions here, and this gives them opportunity to vote up. So if it's a common question that everybody in the audience wants to know about, you can vote it up, and then as the presenter, I'll see what the most common questions are, and I can address them. You can also choose to ask anonymously if you'd like to. So that's one of the standout features within Google Slides that other presentations programs don't have. Just continuing on, you've got your own laser pointer built in if you're kind of into that. I never use it, but it is kind of fun to kind of play around with it. Again, that's available down there on the bottom, and of course you can exit your presentation by pressing the exit button. So I hope this was helpful. Again, a very brief overview of Google Slides, but hopefully most of you have used Google Slides before or used some sort of presentation program before.